Hello everyone, my name is BroPro, and welcome back to Find the Trollfaces Rememed. Yeah, I said it again, but this will be the last time I say that, because today's video starts the end of the Find the Games. Now, you know, lately I've been getting a lot of comments, oh, do this, do that, part so-and-so, win. And, I know a lot of people probably didn't realize, when I even ended Find the Games. It all ended with Find the Allows Part 22. In that video, basically, I said I was done. I was quitting, alright? And I'm assuming not everyone saw that video. So because of that, I'm giving them all a proper ending. I am making one final episode for each Find the Game that I made a series on. And I mean all of them. But, you know, something's missing about this one. One second. There we go. Much better. Yep, I brought back the old outfit. And guess what? Funny enough, the iMovie bug happened for the rest of the video. So, basically, my mic was muted for the rest of this, alright? Not by me. iMovie muted it. It's a bug. I don't know why, but yeah. Now you get to hear my lovely post-editing voice for the rest of the video. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, I think it's best to explain why I'm quitting Find the Games. So, first off, I quit a year ago, okay? That's why you haven't seen any new Find the Game videos. But my main explanation was that I was tired of it, alright? I wanted to do it for a little bit, I thought it'd be fun, and then I realized what I got myself into. And multiple times I tried to back out of it with videos, but no one watched those videos, so now we're stuck here. I know it's sad to see them go, but at least I'm giving them a proper ending. So right here, I'm looking at all the redesigns of all the Trollfaces, and then boom, DJ Trollface in the house, playing the sickest beats. So naturally, I go to find that. Now, while failing to find it inside the friendly neighborhood, I did notice something quite significant. Now, I could be crazy, but to me, it looked like the whole map shifted. It might just be the fact that I haven't played in forever, but it looked a bit off. My next guess was motel, but at first I encountered a funny interaction with this law enforcer, and then it's clear to say that I didn't remember where motel was. I immediately started walking to the construction area, but don't worry, I realized my mistake. Alright, and here we are, the motel. Now, first things first about the motel, you gotta check every room, no matter if they're empty. And I got surprised. This one had a bunch of law enforcers, and they were talking about all kinds of stuff. This was quite interesting to me, alright? Then I noticed quite a lot. First off, the coffee machine was a police officer. What the heck? Yeah, he's been spending too much time with them, now he's a police officer. And also, there's quite a lot of coffee machines. They don't have enough budget, so this is their office. And, gosh. They moved the Slenderman page, which was kind of cool. I didn't really put too much thought into that, though, other than just reading all of their conversations. Now, a lot of coffee machines quite concerned me. Now, I did wonder if there was a Trollface in here, but I couldn't find one. I talked to the other guys. This guy looked like he was busy. Not a lot going on here. I was curious about the file, though. But there was nothing to it. And then, boom. First Trollface. Snapped a picture of it, as you usually do. And went to collect it. Coffee Trollface. That's nice. Talked to this guy. He's the commissioner. He looks pretty cool. Everything. Now, I would be reading this out loud, but I can't really see it because iMovie's kind of blocking it for me. But you can read it. I do remember this guy. Yeah, he makes a funny comment. Yeah, they really gave the only chair in the office to the guy who works at the guy that works on the floating platform. And it is quite funny. But there was nothing in here. So that house was a bail. I looked at how difficult Troll Coffee was and found out that it was a hard. So that's cool. One down. Next room was a bus. There was nothing in it. But the wall was a bit peculiar, but that was it. This room wasn't it. It was the Trevis and Trollhead, which now I get the reference. I'm probably still butchering this, but I think it's Brevis and Butthead. And then I realized, yep, it's not in here. Began talking to these guys. I do not understand this language. Looks more like a father and son. They played this game. That's actually kind of cool. Quite curious. I still need to watch that video. I don't know why. I'll just watch it someday. It sounds interesting. Obviously, I won't know the language, but who cares? It's never stopped me. I always get recommended stuff in foreign languages. And this is funny to me. They have a troll face. It was really difficult in the original game. It was Sleepy Trollface. Now it's Dreamful Trollface, and it's an easy. That was always quite funny to me. After reading it, the hint again, yep, I realized it never said anything about a house. And light bulb went off. I knew exactly where it is. It's in the dance club, and look, you can see it. It's right there. Not sure how I missed this, but I am me, so you know how it is. And I know a re-recording might sound a bit weird, but I am not bothering at all to try to make it sound natural. I mean, you already know this is a re-recording. I'm just going to narrate. But yeah, got my photo. Got a better one after that one. And I got it. All right. Now we have two. The next troll face on our list is Troll Burger. And, well, I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it says you have to order it, or like, I think it says like you have to get it yourself. And there's only one Troll Burger. So, I mean, I really wonder where it could be. My first thought was to look at all the burgers, but then it said to order yourself, so really, I think I figured it out, yeah. But apparently I didn't. I guess I gave myself too much credit, because I found this dude, alright? Now this guy was complaining, alright? He's like, developers, why is there snow everywhere? I mean, it's kind of funny. Misty Mountains tease? Maybe. Who knows? But there we go. Finally figured it out. Just have to order it normally. And, well, he'll put it in your inventory. Alright, there we go. I guess it's fine, because you get to watch my embarrassing fail here. Like, honestly, I don't even know how I did that. It really goes to show that I have not been playing hobbies for a really long time. And, yeah, that happened, but I made the jump. And we made it over to Oasis. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't here, so I spent my time looking around for nothing. But I did notice this guy, which caught my eye. He said, check out this steel beam he's working on. And, yeah, sure, I guess he is. I mean, it really caught my eye when it said construction NPC, because they're normally only around the areas that are under construction, but this guy was just out here, which is funny to me. It is quite upsetting that they didn't keep the Minecraft Desert Temple, but I like the redesign. I then headed over the Juicy Jungle to check those deserted islands, but unfortunately, to my luck, it wasn't there either. Now, I was starting to think that this might be a little bit difficult. I mean, I was searching for this medium for quite a while, and I couldn't find it. It's a medium. It shouldn't be that hard. And I even checked the island behind the carnival, and it wasn't there either. But then finally, I figured it out. See, my last guess was the canal zone, because this is technically an island. And weirdly enough, I died to the shark here. I don't even know how that happened, but whatever. Now, the canal zone actually does have deserted islands, and this is where it led me. I was thinking to myself, okay, this could be it. Maybe we found it. And boom, there it was. So, I took my time and snapped a good photo of it. Really had to take my time here and everything, make sure it's all good and photogenic, so, you know, you gotta hide everything in your inventory and all that. But hey, got a good photo, collected it, all good. And then I talked to Troll Hanks. He was, gosh, what he says here is so stupid. Yeah, help, I've been stranded for 3 weeks. Buddy, you're right next to a whole town. How are you out here stranded? Whatever. Alright, our next one was Troll Jack, and it said choose him as the office attorney. No, sorry, secretary. Now this one led me down a rabbit hole, because I'm pretty sure I misread it at first and thought it meant officer. So I spent a good while checking the police station, talking to every law enforcement officer. Like, gosh, this was a lot. I ran into this dude. That car is dangerously dangling across the edge. Someone call the police. You're the police. And honestly, I don't even know how that dude's alive down there. But whatever. But then I came into the office and I found this guy. Now this dude has to work 702 bugs. But hey, He loves his job, so I guess that's good for him. And yeah, whatever. But I found this dude, and he basically believes that I'm the secretary. He gives me some simple rules that they're trying to look for some new guy to hire. All right. Well, no, not the secretary, supervisor. Sorry. Now he gives me 2 buttons. Now the green button will automatically hire the guy, and they'll start working immediately. And the red button, well, let's just say that one will dispose of them properly. Whatever that means, but hey, I'm sure it's fine. So then I see this dude. I look around and no, this is just a secret little room. So naturally, I hire this guy. But then I realized, I've messed up. Or at least I think I did. I tried to reread it, and yeah, I messed up. But not for the reason I thought. Now you see, I did the exact same thing again, alright? Now one thing I didn't mention is that it said that you can only do it once. So I rejoined, did the same thing I did, and then once reading the guy's description, I realized, oh shoot, yeah, I actually did mess up. But it was a funny interaction. So this time I waited. I disposed of this guy properly, and well, I waited. Then a new guy showed up, alright? I fired him, so I said goodbye to him, but then he came back. So I fired him again. And then he came back. So this time I hired him because I thought to myself, maybe this is the guy, and he just turns into that troll face when I hire him. But then, nope, I realized this is a chef and he makes burgers, which is kind of funny. So I rejoined again. But after waiting for a while, he actually showed up. So that's the moment where I realized this was the guy I was looking for. This will be our new secretary. I mean, he fits every qualification. So obviously I hired this dude. And I basked in his glory because he is exactly what we are looking for. Like, he's amazing. He's incredible. I had to take a photo of him just to be sure he's even real. But hey, he looked pretty cool. And before I realized it, yep, he's a troll face. I mean, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That was a joke. Took my picture. Yeah, he's incredible. What we needed, exactly. But that's Troll Jack. And this is where I bid my farewells. Now, this series was really fun to make. It was my longest running series at 2 years and 1 month. Honestly, crazy. This is the one I started out with. Now, it was kind of funny, you know. My first ever Roblox video was this game. And then, boom, my next 25 in a row were this game. So, it's safe to say, I loved this game. This was amazing. This was still my favorite finding game ever. I loved the original Find the Trollfaces, but honestly, I am kind of happy that we have Doors. The only reason Find the Trollfaces no longer exists is because the developer quit it and worked on Doors, and then, well, shut down the game because there was going to be no more development on it. But, oh well. Now here we are. And fun fact, when I first found this game, it was middle of the night. I found it and I was like, oh my gosh, they remade it. So I sat down and played it for 2 hours. That's what happened. And then after playing it for a few days, I realized I should probably make a video on this. So then I started it right there. And the video at the time didn't do the greatest, but now it's currently at 800 views, which is something not even my normal videos can get these days. So I'm proud. And then boom, yep, I just made video after video after video. And then eventually I found them all. And then they made new updates. Now there are still a few left that I didn't get in the main world, but they were really difficult and I didn't want to waste all my time getting to them. One of them specifically, oh man, I've spent several videos trying to get that one, but I gave up on that one. And it is kind of sad to see this series go, but it's what's happening. I'm basically done with Find the Games. I'm done with them. They took it out of me, but oh well. All well is done well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to play this game for yourself, I'll link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.